Welcome to Genius Dreams Education channel. Today we are going to look at how we can design this simple church flyer within some few minutes. So please, before you start, subscribe to my channel to get weekly videos on Photoshop and website development. And if you're interested in affiliate marketing too, I'll leave my WhatsApp link in the description part of the YouTube channel so that you can WhatsApp me to get started with your affiliate marketing. So the first thing I'm going to do is to create my new working space. So Control N to get your new working space, and I'm going to use the 3 by 4 with a resolution of 300. So I'm going to import the images I will use to design my background. So this is the first image I will be using. Then I'll go in for the next image. So the next image I'm going to use is this one, and I'm going to transform it out to cover the page. Then after that, I'm going to set the blending mode to. So I'm then going to set my blending mode. So I'm going to check for the blending mode and choose one. So I'm going to use the linear band blending mode. So the next thing I'll do is to go in for my next image, and the next image I'm going to use is this image. And I'm going to make sure that this one to cover, double click or press enter. Then I'll set the blending mode. The next thing I'll do is to go in for my next image. The next image I'm going to use is this image. So that's the location image. And I'm going to transform it here and leave it at this side. So let me hold Alt and then zoom it in small. So I'll then go in for my other image that I'll be using, and this is the next image. So for this image, I don't want the background, so I'm going to first of all rasterize it and then remove the background. So removing the background, I'll come to Windows, then go to Properties, then I'll come here and click on Remove Background. So as we're waiting for the background to be removed, if you're interested in affiliate marketing, I'll provide my WhatsApp group link in the description box or section. Click on it to WhatsApp me and get your affiliate marketing account to start marketing or online business. Affiliate marketing is one of the best way and the fastest way to make money online. So if you're interested, just go to the description section and then click on my WhatsApp to contact me to get your link and other training to help you succeed in affiliate marketing. So now the background of this image has been removed. I'll then transform it in to get this shape. So the next thing is for me to go in for my test. So I'm going to give out all the tests and we look at how we will style them or provide the styling aspect. So now I'm done with the test part. So for the test, as usual, you go in for your test 2, then you click and you start writing the test. That's how the test will do it. So the next thing we are going to do is to provide the styling part of this test. And after giving the test, try and group all your test or your work to make it simple. I have a video on how to group test or layers too, so you can check that and watch it to know how to group them to make the styling become simple. The first thing I'm going to do is to start the top here, Genius Church. That's the name of the church. So I'm going to select that layer and choose a font family for it. So I'm going to use the agency FB font family with a font size of 60 is okay. Then I'm going to decrease the space in between it to 100 and then set this one to 0. I'm get this one. I'll then position it well here and choose a color for it. So I'm going to basically use this color. Is it clear? So now this one is okay now. So I'll then click on OK. So the next thing is to do the styling for this part, that's the present. I will select the present layer, and then I'm going to decrease the size to 10 and then choose a font family for it. So actually I'm going to use the same font family too for this one. That's the agency FB. And let me try to increase the space in between it to 300%. So I'm going to get something like this. Then I'm going to position it here. So the next thing is to provide the styling for this text. And I'm going to select the layers as usual. So I'll select Jesus Christ, that layer. And then I'm going to choose a font family for the second coming to be the Broadway. So that's the font family I'm going to choose for that one. And I'm going to set the font size to 18 and then position it here. And I'll do same too for the second coming. So I'll select that layer, choose a font family. I'm going to use the same Broadway and then set the font size to 18 and then position it. So the next thing is I'll go and select the evangelism layer and I'm going to set a font family for that one. I'm going to use the agency FB for the environment layer. So I will choose a font size of 16 for that one. That's the second coming of Jesus Christ evangelism. So this is how it's going to be. So the next thing is to provide the styling part for the text on this on that image. So I'm going to select that layer too. So I'll select that layer and then I'm going to select the first thing I'm going to style is the behold. So when I select that layer, I'm going to choose a font family for that one. And I'm going to use the Mirad font family. So I'm going to use the Mirad Pro for that one and I'll increase the font size to 24 and then so the space in between it is okay. So let me position it here and set this one the space in between to 0 and then position it here well. So after that I'm going to select the Kami and then choose a font family for it. And I'm going to use the Broadway and set the font size to 30. So I'm going to set the font size to 30. So let me make it 36 and then let me set this one to 75, the distance in between it. Then position it here and increase the height to somewhere like 200% and see the effect. So now this is how it's going to look at. That's behold, I am coming soon. So the next thing is I'm going to select the soon layer and then choose a font family for it. So for the font family, I'm going to use the Mirad Pro as the font family, and then increase the font size to 18 and then position it under this one. So now we are done with the styling part of this one too. That behold, I am coming soon. So under this one, I'm going to put another text here. One of the text is missing. So behold, I am coming soon. I'm going to add Revelation. So I'll go in for the text 2 and then click here to write. So that's I'm going to write the quotation there. So Revelation 22 verse 12. So after that, I'm going to use the same font family and then choose a font size of 12 pixels. So after the font size, I'm going to set the space in between it to 25. So now let me increase the size to 17 and see, and then let me position it here. So let me set this one to somewhere about 0 and position it well. So this is how this part is going to look like. So we are done with this one. So the next thing is I'll go in for this layer. So I'm going to start this layer, choose a font family for it. I'm going to use the agency FB. So I'm going to set the font size to 18 and then position it here. So the next thing is I'm going to do same for this text too. So I'm going to set all the font size to 18 and use the agency FB font family. So the font size to 18, then position it. So I'm going to choose the next one with font size of 18 and then position it. And do same for the last one too. So after this one, then the next thing I'm going to do is to provide the color effect for each of the layers. And for the color effect, the first thing I'm going to do is to group some of the layers that will have similar color and then apply the effect to all of them. So I'm going to select this layer plus this one. They are going to have the same color, so I'm going to group them as one layer and then provide the color effect to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is to select those layers and then click on G to group them. So let me call them as, I'm just going to give them any name that will make me remember this layer. So actually I'm going to use 24, then the location name to tell me that this is a combination of this and that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a rectangle and then choose a color for this rectangle and use the clipping mask effect to give the color out. So I'm going to use yellow color, then press on enter and come and click on the layer and then the name of the location. Then we press on enter, right click on create clipping mask. So now you can see we've gotten the color for this. So the next thing is let's provide this same color for the other image, which is this image. So just select that image and then draw a rectangle over it. Choose the filling color to be yellow and then click on the layer to create clipping marks. So now the color has been achieved and we are having our yellow color for these layers and this one. So the next thing is I'm going to choose a color for the church color. I will leave it like that. So I'm going to choose a color for the present too. So I'll go and select that layer and then click on the color tool to choose the color. So I'm going to click here to select my color for that one. So I'm going to actually use this one. That is this color for the present. Oh, it's not all that visible. So let me adjust it to, okay, so I think this one is okay for now. And then I'll click on OK. So the next thing is to get the color effect for the second coming to. So I'm going to select that layer and then provide the color effect to it. So for that layer, I'm going to actually use an image for that part. So I'll come here and then I'm going to select this image, which let me use this image for that part. So I'll then right click on the image to create clipping mask. So now this is the color we are having now for that part. So let me select the move to and adjust it here. So because we created clipping mask, when we are moving it, you see the different colors you get based on the image I used. The next thing is also to get a color for the evangelism too. I'm going to use set the color for the evangelism. Let me set it to red. So I'm going to actually use this color for the evangelism. And the next thing is to get the color effect for this whole text. So I'm going to select that layer too. So after selecting that layer, I'm going to use an image to provide that one to the effect. To actually, because I'm using image, I'm going to click on it to create clipping marks. So this is the color we are going to get for this one. And you can adjust it. So actually this is the color effect we will get for this text. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to blend it with the background. So I'm going to use the light color for this one. Then I'll go to the top there and blend it. So the top there to the color on the blending effect for that part is okay. So I'm going to keep this like this. So now we are done with the color effect of the text. The next thing I'm going to do is to select all my text and add a little drop shadow to them. So I'm going to do this one and I'm going to add a stroke effect to the text here. So let me deselect this one and then select the stroke. So after selecting it, I'm going to adjust the size. As you can see, let me increase it to more to 2 and so the stroke I'm going to leave it at 1. The next thing is I'm going to select everything and provide add hue and saturation to it. So after selecting them, I'll click on G and then group it. So I'm going to rename them as all, press enter and then click on this one So I'm going to click on the hue and saturation and I'm going to adjust it. So actually I'm going to use this one. Let me adjust the saturation to small. So I'm going to leave that one to at this side. The lightness, let me work on the lightness a little bit. So now after that, I'm going to also add some curves to it. So now I'm going to leave it here like this one. And then let me go and add brightness to. So I'm going to adjust the brightness small. And then this is what we are going to get as our final design. So now that's how the final designing is. So now we are done with our flyer for now. So the next thing for you to do is to subscribe to my channel to get weekly videos on Photoshop, website, website development and affiliate marketing. So for affiliate marketing, as I said earlier, I have my WhatsApp link in the description section. You can click on it and message me. I'll help you get your account and start your marketing. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Goodbye.